Hey, Steve,
Yeah, Carol.
what do you know?
Well, I know some stuff, because I'm not dead, as the dead know nothing.
This is the Bible in fewer words. This is episode 178, Ecclesiastes, chapters 7 through 12. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Carol.
We're going to be done with a book today.
We are
I love those days.
the best book in the Bible, I think.
Well, I think we probably have stuff to talk about while we're reading it. So
Oh, yeah.
we better start moving and get in it now.
A lot, maybe even most of the verses are interesting.
Okay. You ready?
Yep. Okay, chapter 7, verse 1. A good reputation is more valuable than precious ointment.
You know, precious ointment must really have been a special thing
Yeah,
back
I think
then.
it was. Yeah.
Because, you think gold. I guess they gave it all to build the temple.
Yeah, you kind of get the idea.
Yes. All right. Sorrow is better than laughter, for the heart is improved by sadness. Really?
Yeah, I think so. And that's kind of true. You know, when you've suffered in your life, you can have more empathy for others. Mm-hmm. And I think it does help make you a better person.
Okay. I get that.
The wise mourn, while fools rejoice.
When I hear that, I think, well, there's two different situations. One is a happy one is a sad one.
Yeah, but if you have the same situation, the wise will see the sadness in it. Because there's always something sad going on. Right?
Okay.
Whereas the wise will rejoice at pretty much anything.
Yeah. Fools. They'll just laugh.
Well,
It's better to be rebuked by wise people than to be praised by fools.
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's better to be patient than proud.
I'm not sure how those two are related. Oh, I know. Because if you are proud of something, pretty soon at some point, that'll pass. And if you're patient, you're patient.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Okay. So Ecclesiastes maybe is just
I don't
over
know.
my head.
I don't know if I got that verse right. These are all my attempts to state what the verse is saying.
Uh-huh.
Who knows if I got that one right?
Okay, so verse 9. Don't be quick to anger.
Verse 10 is one of my favorites. Don't say, I miss the good old days.
And is that because they're not as good as you remember them?
They weren't good at all.
Oh, at all?
Well, okay, I understand how people can say, I miss the good old days. When I was young and we had a lot of fun. Good times, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But what this is talking about, the good old days, like the good old days back in the 19th century, the early part of the 19th century, when we enslaved all of the black people and we took all of the land from the Indians.
Yeah.
Those weren't good old days. And when you look back at history, it's not a steady progress, but there's been progress where we've improved our views. We don't burn witches anymore. Those were not the good old days.
Nope, they weren't.
That's why I like this verse. I think that's what it's saying. Don't be looking backwards saying that things were better in the past. Because on the whole, they weren't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Verse 15.
Yeah, I'm not sure I got you quite on board with this Ecclesiastes stuff.
No.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out, and we're almost done.
No, we still got a ways to go.
Okay. Verse 15. Only the good die young.
Yeah, that was a Billy Joel song.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
And I'm not sure that I got that right. Do you want me to read that verse?
Sure.
Okay. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness.
I think you got it.
I don't know, but that's what I thought it was saying.
Okay. Don't believe everything you hear.
Oh man, is that a good one?
Yes, it is.
Try to discover things with reason. Seek wisdom, avoid folly, foolishness, and madness.
I'm trying to process that one right now.
All good advice.
Yep.
I think you might not like the next one, though.
I'll take it. Some women are worse than death. They trap and destroy men in their nests.
Yeah. I have found a few good men, maybe 1 in 1,000 or so, but not a single good woman.
That verse there makes me want to swear.
Well, okay, so in Ecclesiastes, the best book in the Bible,
I remember.
These are two of the verses that I didn't consider good.
Oh.
They're two of the bad verses, the misogynistic verses. I'm going to do an analysis. I'm going to post it at the site about Ecclesiastes and how it compares to the other books in the Bible in terms of the good and the bad.
Okay.
But these verses are definitely not part of the good.
All right.
In my opinion.
Thank you. Chapter 8. Wisdom makes a person's face shine. Obey the king as you would God.
Okay, that's not so great either.
No.
A king does whatever he wants. His word is all powerful.
Like that man behind the curtain.
All right, yeah, I like that. But actually, he kind of does whatever he wants, right? That's kind of the idea of being a king.
Yes.
And his word is kind of all powerful within his kingdom. No one can say to him, "What are you doing?" Right?
Because he'll kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody should have that much power, I don't think.
So we kind of had a few bad verses, but we'll get back to the good here.
Okay. Eat, drink, and be merry.
There are some things that we will never know.
Yep.
I don't think those two things are related.
You might know them a little more if you're eating, drinking, and being merry. You're dreaming them up because you've had too much to drink.
Yeah, I skipped verse 16. I don't know why.
All right. Chapter 9. The same thing happens to us all. We die.
As long as we live, there is hope. A living dog is better than a dead lion.
That's a poetic line, but I'm not sure I know what it means.
I think it means just what it says. It would be better to be a living dog than a dead lion.
Oh, yeah. Because a dead lion is big and powerful, but if he's dead...
He's pretty much dead. Yeah, right. Whatever he was once, now it's dead.
Uh-huh. The living know they will die, but the dead know nothing.
Yeah, the dead know nothing. So they don't have any knowledge of God. They don't have any knowledge. They don't have any awareness or remembrance of their life. They don't have any hope for the future or regret about the past. They know nothing because they are nothing. They have no reward, and their memory is forgotten.
All their love, hatred, and envy die with them. Nothing survives their death.
So eat your bread and drink your wine with a happy heart. God accepts your works.
Always wear white clothing and put some oil on your head.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Some of that really expensive oil.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite verses. It's a commandment in the Bible.
Put some oil on your head.
And always wear white clothing. Okay, the next one, I'll take the next one. Live joyfully with the wife that you love.
Aww.
Isn't that nice?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy about that. And whatever you do in this life, do it with all your might.
Yeah. Because there's no work, knowledge, or wisdom in the grave. The race isn't to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor the bread to the wise, nor riches to those with understanding, nor good fortune to the skilled. Time and chance happen to us all.
Wow, that could be a TED Talk. For none of us knows when we will die.
Like fish in a net or birds in a snare, we are all snared at an evil time when it falls suddenly upon us.
That is poetic.
Yeah.
Wisdom is better than strength or weapons of war. But one bad person can destroy much that is good.
Well, isn't that the truth? I don't know who comes to mind there, but yeah. Okay, chapter 10. Dead flies make an ointment stinky.
As small mistakes tarnish a wise and honored reputation.
Yeah. A wise, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because flies in an ointment kind of ruin it, right?
Yes.
And just a few mistakes can tarnish your reputation.
That you've worked your whole life for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair. Maybe your friends will stick by you.
But it's true. The important part about Ecclesiastes is that it's true. Not so much fair or even desirable. It's the way it is.
You are full of wisdom.
Oh, yeah. A wise person's heart is on the right side of his body, but the fool's heart is on his left. I don't know, but I think actually our hearts are kind of on our left side, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, we're all fools. Right?
A fool calls everyone else a fool.
Yeah, you kind of did. The words of the wise are gracious, but fools are swallowed by their own lips.
Okay, I'm trying to visualize that.
No.
They begin by speaking foolishly and end with mischievous madness.
A fool is full of words.
A feast is made for laughter, and wine makes us merry, but money solves every problem.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's so true.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it kind of is. No, I mean, it's surprising, isn't that? Just to say it just right out, flat out like that. To say what we all think, that we all know, right?
That if I just had money.
Yeah, a feast is made for laughter and wine makes us merry. But money can solve all problems. Don't curse the king or rich people. Don't even think anything bad about a king, because a little bird might tell him about your bad thoughts. You think I made that up, huh? No, that's in the text.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Chapter 11. Throw your bread on the waters. It'll come back after many days. Wait a second. It'll come back all soggy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to want that bread.
Yeah, I don't understand this one.
I think it's feeding birds.
This one is just too deep for me. No, I think it really is. I think there really is something to this that I don't get. But I don't get it.
Well, I think I have it.
Okay.
So you've got bread here that you could eat and nourish yourself.
Yeah.
But you take it and you throw it on the water.
Yeah.
Then
you got nothing to eat.
It'll come back. Then you've got nothing to eat, but it'll come back to you in a few days.
But it won't. First of all, it won't come back to you, and even if it did, you wouldn't want it.
All right. Well, that is not what they mean. What they mean is, if you've got some, go ahead and share it, and it will come back to you. People will be nice to you. Yeah. And will share their stuff with you.
There was a group in the 60s named Bread.
Yes.
And they had an album that had bread. It was called "Bread on the Waters," and I think it was from this verse. But I think that sometimes poets just say stuff that sounds nice and means nothing.
You don't buy my story?
No, I don't. No.
I'm going to do a little research on this.
Anyway, I don't get it, but I'll think about your story, your interpretation.
Verse 2. Give some to 7 or 8. Who knows what evil there might be on this earth? Give some bread?
I don't know. But verse 3, I like this one. In the place where a tree falls, there it lay. Now, that is so true and wise. It's like, when a tree falls, it just lays there. I guess it's kind of like the place that we die, or when it's all over for us, it's like the dead tree in the forest. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one, but I like the way it sounds.
I'm going to read it again. In the place where the tree falls, there it shall be.
Yeah.
You don't know how the fetus develops in the womb, so you don't know the works of God. Well, we're starting to kind of know a lot about the fetus works.
If you live a long life, rejoice in that. But remember your days of darkness, for there will be many.
Okay. Enjoy your youth, follow your heart, and look where you're going.
Always good advice.
Yes. That Ecclesiastes is getting better and better.
Okay, chapter 12.
The last chapter.
Yeah, and I just have one verse, my favorite verse in the chapter.
Go ahead.
Well, I have a lot of favorite verses in this chapter. Chapter 12, verse 12. There is no end to the making of books, and much study is a weariness of the flesh.
Well, this one is kind of close to our hearts because we make books.
Yeah, and we've got a lot more to make that we probably will never get to.
And sometimes we do feel a little weariness about it all.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, with that,
Yeah,
we are done.
You know what's coming up next?
What's coming up next?
The Song of Solomon.
Oh, the dirty poem.
Oh, you gave it all away.
Oh, sorry.
That's all it is.
Well, maybe that'll get folks to come back.
Maybe.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing this episode with me, Steve.
Sure.
And listeners, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.